Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. Today's video, I'm taking you along, sharing with you a garden tour. I'll be sharing a dinner recipe and then chatting with you guys about how we plan to take less trips to the grocery store this winter and how we plan to just build our prepper pantry and our regular pantry for eating more out of that than going to the grocery store this year. So come along with me today and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Okay, so this is a look at how everything is doing. This is the lavender. It was really small when I got it, so I didn't expect it to do much this year, but it's looking a lot bigger than it was. And the peppermint has some iffy leaves, but I harvested a lot off of this the other day, so it's just doing pretty good. And then we have this pot with the oregano that I harvested some out of, the basil that I harvested from, and yet you can see it's filling back in, and the parsley as well. I harvested some of that. Came through here and weeded everything, but still a bunch of weeds everywhere, so gotta come back through and weed again. And then into the big one, tomatoes. Got a bunch of aromas. A bunch more inside of here. Cucumbers are going crazy. More aromas in here. So there's a bundle of them down here. The big beef has some. Some of the beans are popping up. Planted these from seed, so beans are popping up. There are beans back there too that I planted the other day, or planted a while ago. Pepper plant that I harvested from. Another pepper plant with a big pepper on it back there. I harvested the cauliflower and then the kale. And if you can see, zucchini. So excited about the zucchini. Onions seem to be doing good. I'm so excited to see how those come out. More Roma tomatoes. There's some little babies in there. More squash and zucchinis. Beans are looking beautiful. These are all beans right here, like bush beans. So exciting. I don't necessarily see any like babies on these yet, but they're getting there. I'm so excited. So, a little garden update. Okay, so I kind of just wanted to come on here and just share like my canning shelf because, you know, the garden is going and we're going to be getting some harvest from that soon. So I kind of just wanted to give an update of some things that I know that we want to restock and keep on the shelf, and maybe some things that I won't be canning this year. But this year our goal is to eat more of what we can grow in the summer and preserve it, and then try not to go to the store as much in the winter except for the things that we can't grow or don't have access to. So this is kind of just going through what we want to do for our family. But over here we have like peppers and just some carrots and different vegetables. There's carrots and celery and stuff. So we do have quite a few like carrots and celery that would be good for either a side or in like soups and stews and stuff, but I think I would like to do a few more of these one of the biggest things that I want to do more of, because living in Michigan, we don't have any fruits that, you know, are ready in the winter. So most of our fruits at our grocery stores come from like Mexico or California or like places just out of the United States, and I really just want to start being more mindful and eating more local produce and seasonal produce. So one of the things that I really want to do is to stock up on some more fruits, peaches, pears, oranges, apples, applesauce, things like that. That way we can have that, you know, throughout the winter. So definitely stocking up on some more fruits is like the top of my list, because we only have 3 of the mandarin oranges. I believe we have 3 peaches left, 2 pears, and then there's a couple things of apples back there. But that's definitely something I want to stock up on more of. We do have quite a few potatoes left. I have 5 pints of potatoes. I have these 4, and then this one, and then these ones I cut into fry shapes, and we use those a lot actually, so I will do more in the shape of fries. And then we just have 3 quarts in the back. Some have carrots in them, but for stews and things like that. So I might do a few more of like these kind of potatoes, but we don't use these nearly as much as we use these. So I'll probably do a few more of these, but a lot more of these. Of course, continue to have our dry stock. That's really important. I do want to do some more pineapple. We do have the 4 pints of pineapple, but I would like to do more pineapple. Our fruit preserves are pretty good for now. I probably won't really worry about any more of that. I would like to do some more jams and jellies, because I have these 3 blueberry jams, and then I have a couple grape jam, but they're really small, so more jam is definitely something I want to do, but we're fine on like just the fruit preserves and stuff for now. But I would like to do more like, you know, chunked fruit. We have a ton of cream of mushroom soup, so we will probably be okay on this, especially because we still have some that's like store-bought canned as well, so I don't think I'm going to stress about that too much. One thing I would like to try to get some more of is syrups. This is a maple syrup we were given, but that is my honeysuckle syrup, so I would like to try to get some more syrups, even if it's not something I can, but if, you know, it's from somebody locally, I would like to do that. We have 4 quarts of applesauce, but literally 1 quart of applesauce will last us 2 days. So definitely applesauce is one of our #1 things to keep stocked. This is squash, and I actually, because most of my family doesn't like squash except for me, but what I do is I make like a not so pumpkin pie with this, and I would like to get a couple more of these, because once Thanksgiving and Christmas comes around, you know, we would like to make some more desserts and things like that, and 1 quart makes 1 pumpkin pie, so right now we could make 3, but maybe a couple more of those would be nice. I have my spaghetti sauces here, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 spaghetti sauces, but we are going through these and using these right now as well, so we're gonna need to stock up more on that. This is salsa. I would like to get a couple more salsas in, but 1 pint will last us quite. But I definitely want to do some more stewed tomatoes for chilies and goulash, things like that. Definitely want to do more of those. If I can find another good deal on ground beef, I really would like to can some more ground beef. I do have 4 pints and then 2 of the jelly jars, but that's definitely not going to be enough. So on top of what we can fit in the freezer, I definitely want to get some more ground beef, and I would like to can some more chicken as well. All my dehydrated stuff, I would like to just continue dehydrating whatever I don't can, because those are definitely really useful. But we have a couple jars of chili down here, so I might can some more like meals in a jar, but I won't do any more zuppa. I definitely will do some more chicken soup, and maybe chili. We have quite a few broths, but of course if I have veggie scraps, I'm going to continue to make broths because they can be used for everything. and then just a couple more veggies like green beans and stuff. But we have a lot of beans in our garden, so I will be doing a lot of beans too. But those are just some things that I can see while looking at the shelf of stuff that I would like to stock up on. So I just thought this might be fun and chat with you guys in case you're wanting to can this year, or if you are a canner, I would love to know some things that you stock up on and what you like to keep in your pantry. So recently out of the garden, I harvested some basil, oregano, peppermint, and parsley, and I put them in the dehydrator and just dehydrated them for about 3 hours until they were breaking and not bending, and then I've just been storing them in these jars. You can see some of them are very minimal, but that's just what I was able to harvest that day. But I'm hoping to fill up these jars plus some by the end of the summer and by the end of the season, and just to have some more of our own fresh herbs, maybe to make some tinctures, as well as just having some on the shelf for all the cooking purposes. But it's been so fun just seeing everything we can get out of the garden and harvesting it in different ways. We've definitely used some basil for some recipes and for dinners, but I just wanted to go ahead and share with you these because it's just so exciting to me and so fun to just play around with the items that we grow and just try to preserve them and see what happens. So for tonight's dinner, we wanted something easy and quick, so I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the meatballs that we had in the freezer, and I'm going to take some of this home canned pasta sauce and pour some of that over the meatballs, let those cook down and get warm all the way through, and take the flavor of the sauce. And while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and cut up this bell pepper from the garden and slice that up, as well as chop up the cauliflower. This bell pepper we're going to go ahead and put over the sub buns, and we're going to make a pizza meatball sub and just doctor it up a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these into thin slices and then chop up the cauliflower, and the cauliflower is going to go on the side as a nice fresh side with some ranch, and we'll have a really nice, quick and easy dinner. This came together in less than 30 minutes and was super easy, but it was also really enjoyable because a lot of this came from the garden. I also have some fresh basil that I'm going to cut up as well, and it's just so exciting to grow your own food and then have it for your meals. It's so exciting to me, and I look forward to every harvest we get out of the garden. We don't have a big garden because we don't have a big yard, but we have what we can, and I'm blessed to have all that we do, and so I'm really excited to use all of this. But we just have the basil, the cauliflower, and the green bell peppers, and then these mini sub buns that needed to be used up, and we're just going to be making these pizza meatball subs. Once I got all the basil chopped up, I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle that into the sauce with the meatballs just to give it some of that fresh basil flavor. We've really been liking that in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And then I got out our pepperoni and our mozzarella cheese. The pepperoni, there wasn't very much in there, so we're just going to go ahead and use up the rest of that and get these subs put together. What I'm doing with the sub buns is I went ahead and put some butter on them and then put them face down in a frying pan just to get it coated, so that way the bread doesn't get mushy from the meatballs and the sauce, but that way it's kind of firm and crunchy. And once I got all the meatballs and the sauce laid out, I went ahead and put some pepperoni over the tops of them, and then I went ahead and laid out the bell peppers on them, and you can see one sub has a lot more bell peppers than the rest, and that's because that one is mine. I like a lot of bell peppers, so I put more on mine, and then I sprinkled them with the mozzarella cheese. And once I did that, I put them in the oven at 385 for about 15 minutes, and they came out nice and crispy and tasted absolutely so good. And this was not really on our meal plan. This was just something that I saw. I had all these items and I thought about something that I could make with them, and we all really enjoyed this. My kids ate every bite, and so that made me super happy. Thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave it a big thumbs up. If you're in need of prayer, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to say a prayer for you. Until I see you in the next one, I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye, y'all.